where we left last week, gentlemen, I told you you guys would definitely know this next artist and you definitely know this next song. The question is this the right song for this artist?
Okay, it's Madonna. Yes, it is.
It makes,
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
I can't think of a song off the top of my head that would be more
There's not.
well known.
As a 90s Madonna song. Right? As a
Yeah.
90s Madonna
Mhm.
song. Like, you could do
get a couple 80s ones. What
yeah,
mm,
Holiday and fucking
Papa Don't Preach and Like a Virgin and
absolutely. But
Material Girl.
this is the one.
I think this is the right one. I'm having had a week to think about it, unlike you guys, and I've settled on this being the right one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel strongly it's correct. Although for the sake of conversation, continuing the Madonna conversation, what's your favorite Madonna song?
Oh, I've got
Or-
one. I actually have one.
Okay, what you got?
It's Take a Bow.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a good one.
So, yeah, absolutely, love it. From that same soundtrack. Used to be my playground. That's my go-to. I'll spare you the details.
I've heard this story before.
Yeah, I know Daniel's heard the story, but before you've heard it too, Cass, right?
Say yes.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Okay.
You have not heard it. Let me tell you the story. No, I'm just kidding.
I like this shirt.
You like this shirt? What are you
The
talking
shirt
about?
that Madonna's wearing, this see-through shirt. Have you guys noticed it yet?
Yeah, like my thing when I discovered Madonna was like she just wants to be naked, right? Like that's
This is right
Every
around the time
time-
that she released that sex book, isn't it? With lots
Sex
of
Lives and- what was the name of that?
I think it was just called Sex.
it was supposed to be a coffee table book or something.
Right, and it had lots of lewd, nude, like weird artistic nude photos.
I ended up on a little Madonna wormhole not long ago and tried to look that up. And it was kind of like trying to look up what was going on during that era because we were a little young for it.
Mhm.
So I didn't really pay attention to it as much as one might think you would because
I'm with you. I was aware of the existence of it even when it came out, but it's not like the bookstore here had it or anything, or that I was going to go buy it anyway.
And it's not like we could look it up on the internet.
Right?
We were still a couple of years away from, getting home internet and, everybody's.
If I can be a brutally honest man for a second, I fade in and out of attraction moment to moment with Madonna. Sometimes I'm like, she's very attractive, and then other times I don't see what's the big deal about her. I don't know.
Because I don't know. I've had an argument isn't the right thing, but y'all know how I talk. I've had some debates about whether or not she's attractive, usually arguing the side of her being attractive, but it's obviously not like a cliche Hollywood attractiveness.
I gotta settle on. I'll land on the side of yes, she's a beautiful and attractive woman, but maybe just something about how far she pushes sometimes pushed me away. I don't know.
Yeah, is it fair to say like plain but sexy is a way of putting it? Somebody can be like sexy and plain at the same time. Sexy and attractive is different, like different than pretty. But she's not unpretty, whatever. I love Madonna. And she's made some really good songs.
She has made some.
And she's for the culture.
Yes. She's made some really great music.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
one of those.
she's
I'm not gonna buy
one-
their album, but appreciate it.
She's reached the level, to me at least, I don't know about you guys, where when I hear Madonna, I don't instantly think of music anymore. Like I think of, I don't know, she's just like a personality now.
Right. I still think musician, but it doesn't take long for me to think of Desperately Seeking Susan when I think of her also.
She's a pretty solid actress.
Actress side of her. I just think she's cool. She's cool in the way that like Will Smith is cool. Not nearly as good an actress as he is an actor, but just cool and talented and interesting whenever on screen. Like the mission with people like that is like just get them in front of a camera and they're going to entertain you in some way. In a way that's cool.
Taking a real sharp turn.
Limp Bizkit. DMX.
I would not have chosen this one. But I think this one was sort of their, and I'm not enough of a fan to say this, but this might have been their on the map. Like,
yeah,
here we are.
Faith.
Certainly.
Faith would have been there on the map, but it was a cover.
So?
Did Faith come
it was
before
their
this?
first song. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is even on their second album.
I'm gonna say I didn't pay attention to Faith. Right, I didn't pay attention to them until this song.
Did it say because their first album was like $3 bills, y'all, and I think this one. I think this is the second album.
I think you're right. Yes, I didn't pay attention to them that first album.
I have a weird,
my
weird feeling
question
about these guys.
The question that I'm wondering, having not looked at the rest of his picks, did he go Limp Bizkit over Korn?
No.
Are we going to get a Korn entry?
I think Limp Bizkit and Korn are very different, in my opinion.
You think so? I think they're so frequently grouped together.
Yeah, they've been grouped together since they even did.
Whether that's fair or not,
collaboration.
I feel like
they did the tour together. Yeah, but I think Limp Bizkit, with all due respect, I feel like Limp Bizkit is like the watered down version of Korn. Like it's like it's not real emotion to me with Limp Bizkit. It feels very boy bandish rock to me. They're fun, but I don't know. It feels lab created.
I think you could be right, and I definitely understand your argument, but I still think.
I think they were just a small band that came out of Florida.
But no, but even if but I get what he's saying. Like they feel a little like they're in it for the fun, where Korn is really like
they care about what they're saying. Yeah, they're doing like some Korn is doing like renegade rock and revolution rock. Sometimes.
That said, I prefer Limp Bizkit to Korn.
It's always felt like pop rock.
I like Fred Durst a lot. I feel like
I do too.
There's some I feel like there were some issues in the band that kept them from continuing to make albums. I don't know, but I'm trying to remember old news. But
it was
I like Durst.
The guitarist. Him and the guitarist had a falling out.
That's what I kind of remember, but I don't remember all the details.
I saw them in concert, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the mosh pit?
Family Value score?
Yeah, we were down on the floor. we were getting banged around pretty good.
No thanks.
It was him. It was Stained, and was it Korn?
I guess this might be. I can't argue this pick of which Limp Bizkit song I would have chosen. Like that, I don't really like this one, but I get it.
If it's not this one, which one is it?
See, it's not fair to say because it'll just be me picking ones that I like.
Which we've had other covers on here, so I probably would have gone with Faith.
I don't even think of that when I don't. Yeah, when I think of Limp Bizkit, I don't think of that song at all.
I think of Rollin',
and Break Stuff, and this, and that's probably it.
I can't think of the
What was
name.
the one they did with DMX? It was like a Break Stuff remix.
They did a Behind Blue Eyes cover as well. My Way might have been what I
oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, also another cover, huh?
There was let me see if I can. There was a song on one of their albums that I had.
Oh boy, I love that we're getting some variety tonight in
Stuck.
some ways.
There was a song on their $3 Bill album called Stuck. That if that was ever playing while I was driving, I would be doing 90 before I even realized it.
I'll slow it down for you a little bit so that
Oh
we
yeah.
can hear this song for the umpteenth time in our exploration of the 90s. Hey,
And you know,
This has to be
I
one of the
challenge
most
you boys.
quintessential
Yeah.
90s songs ever.
Not only could you not, like, you can't argue this being the Boys to Men song being on the list. You can't. If we did a top 10, this would probably have to be on the list of the 90s. Regardless of your feelings about it.
regardless of, so it's, does the Mariah Carey and Boys to Men song have to show up also?
One Sweet Day. I mean,
I don't
considering
think
it's
well, we got Mariah doing her Christmas song and Boys to Men doing this.
I mean, considering
Yeah,
it's
we'll
like
see if
the
he
number
doubles
one
up
song of the decade, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's,
I don't know. I think
I
something
don't
might
think
have
it-
topped it, but it was the number. It had the longest reign at number one of any
Right.
song ever. Up to I don't know if it's been
That's-
broken, but
sure, like even if it was broken, it was, you know, it's got to be top 10 just statistically, right? Just based off the resume.
I feel like this song was number one for the day it came out until 1996.
I know I got a lot of playtime at the Smith house.
Oh yeah.
But I am not even ashamed to admit my love for Boys to Men.
I'm a fan. It's funny, I can't think of Boys to Men without thinking of you and Adam. All right, when I think of Brian McKnight as Adam, both of you fairly equally.
You know, I got a
I don't-
confession. I don't
Go
know not a one of these boys' names.
I forget that one's name. It's not Marlon.
That's my favorite one.
skinny-
Singing right now this is my favorite boy to men.
Skinny
Yeah.
one is Sean.
Sean, yeah, it had Nate. Michael was the bass.
Yeah,
And
Mike was the bass.
I forget how to pronounce the one singing's now name.
Wanye.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't want to embarrass myself and be way off, but
You know what? I love them all. I do love the one that doesn't even sing. He just comes in and talks.
Yeah, that's Big Mike. Call me Big Mike.
I think he's an accountant now, is what I heard.
Is that right? That's interesting.
Is he has the cane because he has really bad scoliosis, and he was just. I think he
good
left the
grief.
band because he was in too much pain to perform because of his back.
Good grief.
I don't know, bro. I think you need to man up and move on. She's with another guy right now. It's
Yeah,
funny, funny how like you listen to the words like all these years later and you're like, hold on a second. I don't know if I agree with this. It's time to move on, bro.
Yeah.
It's the end of the road. It's time to take a left, get on a new road.
Make the turn.
I mean, I know this was before Google
Lot of roads
Maps
out
and
there.
MapQuest, but
There are so many roads. What we got? Okay. Well, guys, I think we called this one. Be on the list. when we
Oh,
were
for
having
sure.
some
Yeah.
earlier discussions.
Yeah, I think when we were talking about our
What we would put from the UK,
from the
Britain,
UK.
etc. on the list.
The
And
question
I think
the
this.
question is, were we recording or were we just
Yeah,
talking
I don't remember
offline?
now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have no problems with this song,
Nah,
this
not
band, this pick.
Not at all. That one gets the well, obviously.
This is another one of those where I'm not sure that I've seen the video for it. This
No,
is
I've seen the video.
This is late
No, I told
90s,
my-
so we were driving around playing this stuff at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
I taught myself how to play this on the guitar.
As did I. It really pops with the violin and drummer, though.
Certainly a cool vibe.
Yeah, this is just one of those vibe songs, man.
Yeah. Why everybody loves it.
See, he's taking his more complicated approach than the Boys to Men were in being reflective about the relationship.
They also went
Just-
black and white with a pop of blue like Boys to Men did.
Interesting.
I think his accent kind of vibes right with the whole energy of the song.
This is one of those, yeah, could anybody else sing this and it be better than this guy's version? Because he has the perfect voice for it.
No.
Has anybody
How about-
tried to cover this?
It'd be-
I
it'd
feel
be-
like several times over.
I bet, yeah.
It's that popular, right?
It's one of those where I could see some folksy acoustic girl doing a good job of it because it would be far enough away from the original to feel good.
I could almost hear it sounding. It's like it's that good of a song that, you know, if the person's talented, it's going to sound okay, but never quite hitting like this, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone's really going to be able to overshadow this, but then you never know when you hear someone with an actually beautiful voice singing. You know, when you, with all due respect, I'm not to imply that his voice is bad, but you know what I mean. Sometimes okay singers write beautiful songs, are a part of a great band, but they're just kind of okay vocalist, and then a for real vocalist gets a hold of the song, and you're like, oh, okay, sorry that they took that from you.
Yeah,
Or-
I heard John Mayer do
definitely
Free
better.
Fallin', and I never wanted to hear Tom Petty's version again.
Right. John Mayer doing Free Fallin', and John Mayer doing
Anything.
Bold as Love. Doing Bold as Love.
Have you guys heard
Sorry,
Johnny
that's his song
Cash's
now.
rendition of Hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how the song was meant to be sung.
Yeah, that happens. I don't think anyone's taking Wonderwall from Oasis. And whatever that guy's name is, shout out to my boy Brett Johnson, he's his favorite singer in the world. Like, he just lives for news about whatever this guy's name is. I can't think of his name.
It's the two brothers that are.
There's brothers that are always fighting with each other.
Yeah, if
Right,
they could just
right.
get along for a while, we could have got so much more good music from Oasis. All right, here's this will be. I'm sure you guys all remember this one. You know, we had a great week last week.
What is this? Cornflake Girl?
Y'all know about Cornflake Girl?
How's this the Tori Amos song, though?
Right. How is it not silent all these years?
I'm confused.
How's it going to be a song I don't even know?
Is this another one of his hipster picks?
Gotta be.
So
I'm sorry, Rob.
y'all
Rob,
know
who
how I
wrote this
feel
list.
about the pretty white girls with the short hair, right?
Mhm.
I kind of want to say with the caveat of like not redheads, but like a redhead with like all the hair.
So
That
yeah,
is totally a thing.
I would say I like where you were going with that, because I was like, well, I like these girls with lots of red hair, giant red hair. Yes.
Yeah, all that. Just fall asleep and
Yeah.
your eyes are hurting because it's in your eyes at certain parts of the night.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could fall asleep. Your hair is cutting my eyelids. Oh man, but yeah, she's pretty. I like her.
Yeah, and super talented. I like Tori Amos. I'm totally good with her being on the list. Kind of like the Smashing Pumpkins pick. I'm like, you went a little hipster with the pick here.
Yeah, you're trying to prove your street cred.
Deep cuts only.
Deep cuts only. That's right.
I'll give it the credit that it has kind of a good sound, though.
Yeah, I rock with her. This is some more shit I'll hang out with my little hippie coffee shop girls, and listen to Tori Amos. And
I don't think I've heard a Tori Amos song that I didn't like. That I thought was bad.
Yeah, that you thought was bad. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's probably some real deep message going on right now.
I've barely listened to the song.
Yeah.
I may check it out.
This is definitely some music I could have in the background and be happy with.
Yeah, just ignore her while she's in the background singing.
Yeah.
I mean, if she was like legit in the background singing, I wouldn't be ignoring her. But
Right.
But you know what it is, boys. You know what it is. What is happening? Why is this guy just sitting here simmering? You just sit here and simmer for a second. Shout out to Hedberg.
Here, you didn't know you were watching a witchcraft video this whole time. They are ritualistically sacrificing this guy.
I absolutely would not be surprised if Tori Amos was
tricksy little witches.
Had a Wiccan moment. Yeah.
It reminds me of my old truck.
Ah, the old Casper one.
Oh, Casper. I told you, what's the boy's name? What was the guy's name? He was my supervisor in TBS for a little bit.
Oh, Mark?
Mark, yeah, he didn't believe it. He didn't believe you had that truck. I tried to show him pictures of the type of truck that it was, and he thought I was lying. I was like, hell no, it had been clean as old school back in the day.
That was pre-Instagram. We've had very little evidence that truck existed.
Very little evidence of how cold it was with the paint job that was.
It was like a ghost that was never there.
Put my wire rims on there with the white walls.
Let's go. Yeah, it was clean.
No. White paint, pearl blue.
All right, here's a fun one.
What you got for us? Hey, which one is it? Rosa. Okay.
Man, this the first video, man. We need to crank it
so,
we need Broms out there, man. You know what I'm talking about?
I want to say no, it's not this one. But unfortunately, this is the one that's most often. This is the Outkast song that's most frequently stuck in my head.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's not Daniel's Outkast song of the 90s.
It's certainly not mine. Mine is Southern Playalistic for sure. I still ask with that one. Or Get Up, Get Out and Get Something. That's my ringtone every morning and has been for about 3 years now. Get Up, Get Out and Get Something.
I've always leaned
alarm. It's my alarm.
Hootie Hoo.
Also good. Really can't go wrong with anything from those first 3 albums.
I think we've talked about this in the past, but I was in a car wreck with somebody and we were playing Fish and Grits, and now every time I hear that song,
AT-Aliens is I guess it's my favorite just because I love how fun it is.
So it's super fun, and I'm gonna say it was like, I can't say it was like the height of our teenage years, but it was it was the height of high school. That was like junior year, senior year. It was ATLian.
This is the one where Chris King kept coming up to us like every 5 minutes to tell us he got the new Outcast, right?
Perhaps.
We were doing layup drills before a basketball game, and he's like going down the line telling everybody he got the new Outcast.
That's
That is
I don't remember that.
stuck in my mind for some reason. Vince started picking on him about it.
Yeah, y'all are probably doing that. I was like busy, worried about what girls were watching me do layups and trying to look cool until I went to go sit on the bench.
I think, yeah. I'm getting anxiety just thinking about being in the position of girls watching me do layups.
Oh, I was hell with the layup drills and the practices. I've told this story before, how during that summer practice, Coach thought he had a superstar. No, I'm not shooting anything come regular season.
You were the little singing frog in the suitcase.
Wait, what was that? Singing frog in the suitcase? Remind me of that.
You don't remember that? It's like, I've seen this cartoon a million times. It would be on like,
oh yes, I remember
the
that.
Looney Tunes blocks in the morning.
Yeah,
the guy
like
would have the frog, and he would try to make money with it. But every time he would put the frog in front of somebody, it would just sit there like a normal frog.
There, yep.
And then he would sing like a opera singer when he was alone.
That's right.
Was it the Warner Brothers frog?
Is there a Warner Brothers frog?
Well, there used to be like the when the CW was the WB. You don't remember, like Dave Chappelle kind of famously did that joke about that racist ass frog to the WB.
No, I don't remember this.
Yeah, there was totally a Warner Brothers frog.
Wow. I have no problems with this pick. This is a good song.
Me neither. Yeah, I will. I can't argue against any Outkast song. They were like that, and not only were they like that, they are the ambassadors for Southern rap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rap from the South. If it's not them, then it's Miami rap, and I'll never co-sign that shiz. Not that I dislike it for real, but
Miami's fun, but it's cool to see Atlanta represented.
Yeah. Miami's fun, but Atlanta needs to represent the South with hip hop if it's not going to be anyone else.
I went to I don't know why I just thought of this. I went to a Braves game and Andre 3000 was sitting down eating, and all I had was those old. You remember those old LG chocolate phones?
I remember.
I tried to take a picture of him on that phone, and the quality was just so bad.
Like a Sega CD game or something.
Yeah, well, one, because I was trying to like be sneaky and not let him see that I was trying to take his picture. And so it was like blurry because I was moving. Like you can't tell anything in that picture. So I just deleted it because nobody would ever believe that I took a picture of Andre 3000.
You lying? Why you always lying?
Rob from what is it? Why have I forgotten? Ringer. Rob from Ringer. Refute like REM, and he goes with Night Swimming.
I'll tap out on this one. I got no opinion of REM.
I think REM is great. And kind of in a similar way to Tori Amos, I'll say I don't know that I've heard a REM song that I just hated. But are you kidding me with Everybody Hurts not being the REM song that goes on this list?
Like, did that come out in '89? And
did it? Maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
That up real quick.
Because it's that glaring.
How do you?
If it didn't.
Like, that's the only thing I can see as to why it's not the selected one.
So.
No, it's 1992. 1992. The single was released in '93.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
When I hear REM, I'm not turned off. I know that Everybody Hurts is the song, like just based on the title. So respect to them. I'm with you.
I mean,
they don't make bad music. My face doesn't make any. I don't make any weird faces when I hear their name.
No.
So I rock with them.
Almost local band, right down the road in Athens.
Yeah.
But I mean, you think of times when Everybody Hurts has been played in movies and TV shows.
It's one of those that you can hear the first 2-3 seconds of it and you know what it is.
You know what it is, sure. That's why REM's from Athens. That's Amy's other favorite. Or I think that's Amy's favorite Athens band, with What's Their Face being the fun pick, right? Who was it? The Love Shack gang?
Yeah.
B-52.
Yeah, B-52s, with them being, kind of fan favorites as well. But I think REM is her favorite Athens band for sure. Got a good sound.
So
I like this song. I'd be lying if I'd said I'd heard it before, but again, this I've always liked Michael Stipe's voice. I like REM's sound, so I was probably gonna like this song. But the fact that I've never heard it, is it explaining the '90s to me? I don't know.
I mean, as people who grew up in the 90s, like, I would think we should know every song on this list if it defined the 90s.
That's what I'm thinking. That was
Right.
my thought exactly. I should have at least heard every song. on
Yeah,
there.
even if I don't
And if
like
I
it, I should
didn't,
know it.
Then you need to be able to justify it in a way where
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I wasn't a part of that culture, but I understand why.
It should have been on in the background on MTV enough that I recognized it when I heard it.
Facts. I'm with you. I'm with you, Cass. I should have heard it at some point. It should be recognizable, because 60 is just not that big of a number to encapsulate a decade.
To rub salt in the wound, this is from the same album as Everybody Hurts.
Yeah, stop playing, bro. I'm almost ready to stop halfway through and just call this dude a poser and keep it moving.
I mean, do we need to look up this guy's birthday? Like, when was he born?
Oh my
I will
gosh.
accept that as a
Is he
challenge.
like a
I
is
accept
he
that
like
as a challenge.
We're too
born in
deep into the
89?
we're too deep into the list to do that and then invalidate his. We'll wait till the end to do that.
Okay,
But we're gonna
fair.
we gotta finish the list. We're
Yeah.
3/4 of
I
the way
agree.
done almost.
I
So
agree. But I
You
do want
have
to
to be-
pour salt on this a-hole.
You have to be Gen X to make this list.
Agreed.
disqualified.
Yeah, if you were
Our
born
Gen Y.
in the late 80s, like, no.
Nope. My thing is, you have to have at least been in junior high.
Yeah, you had to been able to go buy a CD.
I'm gonna say junior high by 95 at least.
Yeah, I'll accept that some people are younger than us qualified to make this list, but not super.
Okay.
You can't be 10 years younger than us and make this list.
No.
So 1 in a million. Is
I'll-
this the Aaliyah song?
So I'll take any excuse to look at Aaliyah. Sure. I'm not very familiar with this one.
Oh yeah, I am for sure. This beat
Yeah,
is
I am,
legendary.
but
I feel like it is the song from that album. The beat, I feel like the beat is so legendary that it may be as well.
I remember the video because of or did she frequently wear an eye patch? I don't remember now.
No, I think this video is iconic as well. Like everything, yeah, this is the more I think about it, this is the song. So it's like this one, maybe, was it 4-page letter? Like maybe, but not really. It's this one. This is it.
are you that somebody?
Like, not really, but maybe. Rock the Boat and all that. When did she die? Did she
I
even
was
make-
thinking, Are You That Somebody or Try Again? But I don't know. When did Try Again? Maybe Try Again.
That's
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the nice way to say, when did she die?
I feel like that Try Again and all that, that's like,
Is that early
that
2000s?
almost feels, even if it's not, it feels early 2000s to me.
She died at the young age of 22 in the year
In, like,
2001.
Yep. And then Are You That Somebody and all that, I think would have came out like 99, 2000. Because she died doing the video for Rock the Boat, right? So yeah, nah, this is it. It's this is the song from that album. I don't think there's anything from that first album that can compete with this. What was the main hit from that? Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. What was the main song from that? I don't know. It's this though. 1 in a Million. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. That's my take. That's my.
What
take.
was that movie she was in with Anthony Anderson? What Jet Li in that too?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Jet Li,
you're thinking of Romeo Must Die.
Such a
Good movie. I never saw her vampire movie.
Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it until it was like 12 years ago when I watched it for the first time.
I should check it out sometime.
And I'm a vampire lover, right?
Yeah, I love vampire movies.
I think it fits right in that universe with Interview with the Vampire.
I was thinking it was is it maybe written by the same person?
Yeah, what's his name? Not Vampire Lacoste. I wanted to say Lacoste, but that's not his name. What's his name?
Now you got me thinking that's right. That's the Anne Rice stuff, right?
Yes. Is that Anne Rice?
Maybe. Yes.
Final answer?
Final answer, but that's because I'm looking at it.
Okay.
On clicking around Aaliyah's bio.
All right, and what's the vampire's name? What's the main vampire's name?
You go Lacoste, I'm going Lestat. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going Lestat also. I second that. Are we confirming?
I am trying to.
Don't worry about it. We're right.
Yeah,
Who are you, internet, to tell us we're wrong?
Yeah, Lestat de Lioncourt.
That song used to hit, Drake. I don't know how you don't remember this. This song sounded good, bro.
I call myself a basshead.
I will never not be a fan of the 90s midriff shirts.
Oh, me too. Me too. Can I please have that old fly girl look back one more time?
We never. We only had it on television. I never experienced it out in the world.
Yeah, because you skipped your clubbing years.
Yeah, true. Fair.
Some of the girls in high school were trying to do it, but then they would get in trouble because your shirt had to at least like touch the top of your pants.
Yeah, well, living in the future, I could be like, well, yeah, they were too young to be doing that.
Oh my God, can we talk about these girls and these trashy ass yoga pants? Oh, I hate it. And I love it at the same time.
I concur. Yeah.
Fathers, don't let your daughters walk outside in yoga pants.
Right.
Like, let your sisters who are older than 27 do it. But they have the right cheeks. Okay, Billy Ray. I looked up and I was like, for a half a second, I thought you would slip that weird not a celebrity guy into the list. Who's that guy from the Ultimate 90s playlist that you kept trying to get on the list?
John Cicada.
John Cicada. For whatever reason, I saw John Cicada.
For the sake of staying on topic with Billy Ray Cyrus, I'll let that go. But just know that I'm burning inside right now.
So we really gonna talk about Billy Ray instead? Can we have a Billy Ray Cyrus conversation without talking about Miley?
Speaking of fathers not letting your daughters go crazy, but
that lasted no time.
This song, trying to bring us back, when it came out, it exploded. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody playing this song.
The hipster in me in 1992 rejected it, but also it was undeniably catchy. So I get it.
I can say I rarely, if ever, heard it. I have sung it significantly more than I've heard it. Significantly more.
Was this dance did it already exist, or is it made? You remember when?
Is this what kicked off the line dancing craze?
I was not really understanding how to phrase it, but country line dancing was, according to television, a really big deal for a while.
And still is.
You could go take line dancing classes at Auburn University.
I bet you still can.
You probably still can. I know they still do ballroom.
Let's go, boys.
I told Amy this week that we need to do a family dance class. I'm down. Let's do a friends dance class.
I'd talk to Melissa about us doing like a ballroom. Me personally, I don't like
So if you could just
people
shift that
looking at
ballroom
me,
over
though.
to country line dancing, we'll all 6 of us go. For what's sure to be a great time.
I will not sign up for country line dance.
Come on, country line dancing, guys. What is your problem?
I'm not gonna pay someone to teach me to country line dance. I will absolutely.
Why do you always ruin the fun?
I'll absolutely go to the Cock and Bull or any country western bar around here.
Okay. So we'll just
go
learn
line
it. We'll learn it on the fly,
That's the way.
which I think is the
only-
best way to learn country line dancing. Yeah,
How else did you learn the electric slide?
on the fly from my 6th
And we
grade
were
PE
union?
teacher.
Or just in living rooms as a kid. I learned the electric slide damn near around the same time I learned how to walk.
I went to a wedding 2 weeks ago, and at the after party or whatever, I was
Reception?
like impressed and confused, and like my mind was going all kinds. Like I had so many questions because they were playing music. I'm trying to think of the name of some of the songs, like we've all heard like the Cha-Cha Slide and stuff, but there were a few others, and there's like, I don't know,
Castle
20.
slide.
There's like 20 people up there doing this dance together. I'm like, how do you guys know this? Like, where? Like, how
Soldier
did?
Boy?
Oh my! The wobble baby. That was like had a I don't know it, but had its
That's a
own
very
little
popular wedding reception song for sure.
had its own little line dance, or you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that dance has existed since we were in our early 20s, my man.
I guess, but it's just to a non-dancer like myself, I'm like, it was the variety of people up there that knew the dance. Like, wow, how does one come to just know this stuff?
I feel like that song is practical, or that dance is practically the electric slide now for people that even casually frequent dance clubs. You know what I mean? Like all it takes is 3 weekends.
Go on a cruise ship and you're going to hear it.
And if you're willing, I feel like Jennifer would probably have you out there learning for sure.
I'll take this one.
Yeah. This was such a fun video.
I think this probably is and I love Blink-182, so I could give you like a ton of songs.
How about their album?
Yeah. I had this cassette tape because the car I had at the time, I had gotten away from my days of subwoofers, and I just had a normal car, and they still had cassette players in 97 or whatever, so I bought the cassette of this Blink-182 album. So I knew the whole thing top to bottom because I didn't have that many cassettes.
I don't.
Yeah, and it's not easy to skip a song with a cassette.
No, you might as well listen to it. You're only saving about half the time and doing guesswork.
What is this video?
What a wild video. I was aware of this video, but I don't know if I've ever watched it top to bottom.
I've never watched it.
Really? Oh,
There's only, I mean, even if they're wearing some like flesh-colored underwear, there's only so much you're hiding with this album. I mean, this cinematography here.
That's a man, baby.
You think so?
No, it's not, but it's you got a hard face, though. Yummy and blonde. I don't mean to be insulting. That red lipstick just wasn't doing it for me. That's not my jam.
She was she
was the cover of the album, wasn't she?
And she was I think a popular corn star at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think she married Jesse James.
Oh, really?
I can't remember her name. I just remember when this
our
video
resident,
came out.
Our resident corn expert, Cass.
No, I just remember when this video came out of the Gap commercial when they brought back swing dancing.
Is that the pop-up video guy? That was somebody. I don't know.
He's somebody, yeah. There's Rome.
Jim Rome.
Whatever. Okay.
All right, I'm playing us out on a good one, but I'm gonna complain about it at the same time.
They got a song called "Edging." No shiz. Y'all out here doing the most. Blink 182. What is this? Hey, what was that picture?
Does he specify which crossroads?
You know which crossroads, wishful thinking.
Yeah,
You
right.
know which one it is.
I forgot about this intro.
Me too.
But I mean, so he specifies which one he put on.
Oh, I'm with you though, Kaz, because he is kind of a he's our deep cuts dude, right?
No, well, he's lost. Yeah, this is the. I'm checking as we speak, and yes, it is. I do have the right one here.
I'll say he's hipster when it comes to British rock.
Right, I didn't expect him to
Yeah,
even know that. I wonder if I could, without leading the witness or whatever, question him. Like, what do you think about Bone changing the crossroads? I'd be really surprised if he knew there was
You guys seen the
actually.
recent video?
I don't like being gaslit by Bone that this is the crossroads. This is the original gaslighting in my life was this song.
No. Have you seen the recent video of Busy slowing down his verse and kind of telling you what he says?
No, I mean, it's not even necessary. I know what he's saying.
Somebody hippopotamus.
Okay, so no, you don't, and it's unfortunately ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as it sounds. Like it's one of those things where it's like the emperor has no clothes on.
Okay.
We know he's not really saying anything, right?
Easy sees Uncle Charlie, and it's good that God's got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody. And I can't remember. I can't even guess what they got. The Candyman collecting souls in this video.
That makes sense. They got the Candyman out here collecting souls.
This is my man here.
For sure. You want to know why? Which will give me another opportunity to attack Busy's voice.
You can understand what he's saying.
Not only can you understand what
it is deeper.
Okay, to a certain degree, yes. Yeah. So, yes, there's the lyricism that Crazy is actually saying words and they make sense.
Yeah.
Right. But at least he's saying words that make sense. Right. Like that's one of like the necessary aspects of rap. Of hip hop to me, of lyricism, of being a lyricist. Maybe you can just be a musician that makes music that sounds good, and that's what Busy does. Clearly,
Busy smoked a pound of marijuana and went into the booth, and this is what we got.
And made some sounds that sound good.
You know what though? But so in defense of Busy, what's the name of that song? Notorious Thugs. Oh my gosh, he's got such a good verse in that song.
There's a strong argument for that being. I can't say it's their best song, but there's a strong it's one of my favorite Bone songs because it's a solid song all the way through. You know what they're saying, and it makes sense. And in hindsight, I'm willing to admit that I obviously didn't always know what they were talking about. It just sounded cool, and the whole energy and maybe a folklorish like story behind what the group was made them extra cool. Because we were young enough to like buy into the whole flesh and but like there was this whole I forget all the details, but there was this whole thing with flesh and all this and selling your souls and all this other stuff and maybe Easy died because he shouldn't have been messing with Bone like that. He shouldn't have been getting involved with Bone because Bone is somehow satanic, or I don't want to say satanic, but
do you guys remember, sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
Before the song goes off, do you guys remember the first thing that played on their original CD?
East 1999? Oh no, the original CD.
No, the original CD.
Nope.
It was the Mo Murder, the Mr. Ouija. Yeah.
So at the time, I had a CD player that reset every time, which
That
it
was
was going to end
common.
up.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah. So like every time you started the car, it started at the first track. Not
Edwin
where
with
you
that
left off.
shiz.
And
oh
one
my
day,
gosh, I'm
my
getting
mom
anxiety.
my mom needed to take my car because something was wrong with hers. I didn't know beforehand that she was going to need to borrow my car, but she
Mhm.
borrowed my car
Oh, stories that
to
are only
go to
funny
work.
years later.
Yeah. And so when she comes home and I get back in we hadn't talked to each other. I get back in my car and the face to my CD player is gone.
I kind of remember this
And
when
I'm like, what
you
happened?
didn't have the face anymore.
She had thrown the face of my CD player because she couldn't figure out how to make it stop. So she took the face off and just threw it in the back of my truck.
That's,
So I was like, what happened to my CD player? And she's like, we need to have a little talk.
yeah, we
She's
do.
like, when I started your truck,
Was
there were people,
possessed by
there was
Satanas.
devil music playing.
Oh, lies me, son, a devil worshiper, Lord.
And there, truth be told, she ain't lying. There was devil music playing. She ain't lying.
She's not entirely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
funny.
I
I can
mean,
only imagine. I would have
y-
paid to have like seen her face in that moment.
oh yeah,
Oh my
especially because
gosh.
she went to work. Like she had to leave the house at like 5:30 or something because she worked, in another town over that took 45 minutes to get to, and she had to be there at like 6 in the morning.
She's
Could you
digesting this
imagine
all the
that
way to
being
work.
Yeah,
being?
let's put it in perspective. Like this isn't just any mom. This is the wife of a preacher, super devout
Yes,
Christian mom. Like this is
yeah,
Yeah,
genuinely
super
disturbing her.
super conservative
Yeah.
Southern Baptist. Yeah, it was.
Luigi, are you with me? Like whispering it to her while she's pulling out. She's not quite sure what she's hearing.
But
Oh,
let's see, I can't remember what I had back there at the time. But if it had been another song that actually had like a bass line to it, the face was coming off anyway.
yeah, it would have scared her to death.
Yeah,
The
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 first
boom.
and when because it had the potential to knock the breath out of you.
Yeah,
So depending on the song that was playing,
that's funny. Shout
and
out to
that's
Chris
why
Smith.
none of us can hear anything today.
And that's why my
That's
ears don't
why,
work.
yeah.
Which I saw a study that said that if your hearing really starts to decline, you need to get hearing aids because having hearing problems can help lead to Alzheimer's. So
Okay.
keep that in mind.
Noted.
Well, I'm gonna forget that you told me that advice.
What did he say
Shorthand.
again?
Because that's part of the me having the Alzheimer's is that I forgot that you told me that.
If you got to explain the joke, it's not funny.
I'm sorry.
That was fun. That was fun. I like that list. Tonight wasn't a bad list.
No, it wasn't as good as last week, but I don't have any real complaints.
I'm plowing
Me
I
through
mean, I
though.
do. So what are we at? 57 songs now.
Yeah, what did we not like of tonight? What was the
I didn't write
throwaway?
down a single song, if I'm being honest.
That's all
Which
right.
one?
I can't think of anything that was an absolute.
Let's,
It was the REM that just kind of threw me because it was not some that and we hadn't really heard the Tori Amos song, but I feel like REM was just the wrong pick. I mean, we don't have to strike one.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with any of the bands from tonight.
No, none of the bands.
see the machine app. That stupid Outlook like combines all my work documents now. My Microsoft account's like, hey, you're Wesley. Here's all your work stuff and your personal stuff together. Don't you like that? Doesn't that make you happy that your entire life is together and your work is so, you know, melded, meshed with your personal life?
No, I'm good.
Isn't this great? Isn't this convenient?
That you can't escape.
You
Yeah.
can't escape. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the list. Finally found it. So what do we have today? I promise I'll type quickly.
Okay, we'll take it from the bottom. Hold on, let me find our starting
Start it from the
point.
bottom.
All right, we have Madonna Vogue.
Which we agree that's the
We're okay with that.